So in a lot of our soils, I would not have been able to do what I just did. It looked very nice and easy because it was, and then I'm able to pull it back without much force. Some of our new to us soils, we would break shovels trying to do something like that. But look at that, that's amazing. That's like just beautiful. This is what most growers just like dream about, is soil like this, and this is what we produce all day, every day just by grazing.
It comes back to the soil. Our lives, our planet, everything comes back to the soil. It boils down to that in its most basic form.
I understand fully why people have a challenge with eating meat the way it is and the standard meat that you get at the grocery store, because the system that meat comes from is a zero positive impact for the farmer or the eater or our environment.
I think it comes from the realization that planet, soils, or watersheds have degraded to a crisis point.
To me, it's like the greatest honor to see the work that the cattle are doing to regenerate the land.
No apologies, regenerative, right? Like, no, we're actually going to make this decision that was better for the soil. So the rotational aspect of that is you're constantly moving the animals in some way, shape, or form. What we're shooting for always, and we don't always succeed, but what we're shooting for always is high intensity, short duration impact with longer recovery periods. Often our rest period, meaning the amount of time between when we graze and then we come back and graze again in the same year, our rest period averages 45 plus days. And that gives everything that's going on below and above ground to a lot more time to do its work.
Again, regenerative says it all. Like, the word regenerative means that we can be sustained by the earth, and we can also give back and make it stronger and better with our touch to it. We don't have to just extract.
So when you're eating grass-fed beef, you're doing a lot of great things. First of all, you're feeding yourself healthy meat that's raised without antibiotics, hormones, all of those things that we've come to expect as eaters. But you're also supporting food that comes from an ecosystem and that's raised in an ecosystem, and that sequesters carbon.
The food quality itself, the nutrient density of those foods is just so much higher when you're raising your animals outside eating natural vegetation.
The flavor is exponential versus typical beef. I don't ever use anything other than salt when I cook beef because it's so good by itself. It's the same with our pork. Our pork is like red. It's not white meat. It shouldn't be white meat, and it's red. It's like really beautiful, marbled, gorgeous, amazing pork.
I always am one to say that if you start with great ingredients, you really don't need to do a lot to them, but let them speak for themselves, and grass-fed beef is a perfect example of that.
When you're putting that piece of beef or a piece of pork chop or an egg into your mouth, you're not just consuming nutrients, you're also supporting this system that really stretches a lot beyond just what's on your fork. It's really stretching out towards improving the overall biodiversity of our planet. It's improving the quality of our water and creating this habitat that is beneficial to really all the species on the planet.
The story that we're trying to tell through utilizing grass-fed and pasture-raised meats is a story of community. It's a story of a commitment to the land. It's a story of flavor and nutrition. I think it's all of those things.
We want this land to be here for their generation and many generations beyond that in a healthy and thriving and regenerative way.